Okay, there it is. It's my kitchen, baby, in and out. Okay, here's a commercial, and I also kind of want to do some Enneagram. I'll tell you kind of a funny story about Enneagram 5, and I have kind of a soft spot. Oh yeah, here's my commercial first. Where do I look? What do you want to look at? Like, I'm about to go get something to eat. Oh yeah, here's my commercial. In fact, let me just kind of, we'll do track 8. You know what, Enneagram 5, let's go to 5. For the Enneagram 5, I got a funny story about that. I don't know if they're even going to like that. Okay, here you go. First my commercial, and then I'm going to make this quick. If you like this content and you would like to contribute, next time you go to In-N-Out, whatever your receipt says, drop me that via PayPal. I want to do more of these videos. I would like to do more traveling. Man, I just, the more I do this, I just really enjoy it. So obviously I want to get back to LA, do some comedy, but I also like to do some traveling. So if you, blah, 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 blah. So here you go. Next we go to In-N-Out, whatever your receipt says, drop that to me via PayPal, or go to Starbucks and whatever you say there, whatever you pay there, drop me that. And that's just one way to kind of contribute to this. But here you go. I've been kind of tracking some of my videos. They do some of this analytics, and I got kind of a funny 5-story, Enneagram 5. And my most popular videos, believe it or not, is Enneagram stuff. Here you go. This is only going to make sense. Check this out. Boom. Here you go. Check that out. That's my UCLA hat, Bruins. All right. You're like, what? In-N-Out, he wants me to pay him money? And that Bruin 5 is so random. Okay. I have kind of a soft spot. I talk a lot about the Enneagram and how I've studied that for years. And for me, it's just very important to me. And there's lots of reasons that the Enneagram is, it transformed my business. It was one of the reasons why that I was able to grow a company from $0 to $500,000. I mean, learning how to work with people, and also the Enneagram has helped me move into compassion with people. And there's family members that compassion has only come from understanding the Enneagram. And there was a day that I truly believed that everybody was like me. You're like, yeah. Now I get it. You're like, now I get it. And then I discovered the Enneagram. I believe God brought the Enneagram into my life, and then I slowly, it was kind of a business application. And in fact, I would even love to come speak to your organization and bring the Enneagram to your organization, bring it to your church. Because if you work with people, if you're a manager, a sales manager, a corporate VP, you have to understand the Enneagram. But here you go. Here's my Enneagram 5 story. I gave a video earlier and I talked about how 8s and how female Enneagram 8s, they just have a hard road. Being female and being an 8 energy is just hard. And I've gotten a few emails from Enneagram 8s, and I love them. I love Enneagram 8s. It's always a very candid conversation. I heart 8 energy. I are an 8 energy. I literally live between the 8-7. And then some of my favorite people are female 5 energy. I love Enneagram 5 energy. And by the way, if you want to know how to relate to Enneagram 5, just go up to them and give them a big giant hug. 5 energies, they just love hugs. So just go up to them and hug them and say, they're like, what the fuck? And because remember, 5 8s, 5 energy, they have 8 in them. And so go up to Enneagram 5, tell them that Fibonojji wants you to have a big giant hug, and they're like, fuck Fibonojji. Anyway, so here's my Enneagram 5 story. I'm walking the beach, I'm coming back, I'm gonna do these videos, and I'm come back to do some In-N-Out. And I see this woman there, and she's rocking a Boston hat, and I say to her, and she's a beautiful 5 energy. You can just tell by the way she's sitting, and I walk up, I point her hat, I said, is that Boston? She's like, yeah, and we kind of laugh, and I said, I have a Bruins hat from UCLA, and everybody asks me if that's Boston, and we kind of, and in classic 5 way, she's we're laughing, and we have rapport at this point. She, in a beautiful 5 way, she says, how did I not know that UCLA has a B like Boston? How did I not know that? And I say to her in a kind of an affectionate, flirty way, I said, well, you can't know everything. You can't know everything. And if you're Enneagram 5, you've studied the Enneagram, you can kind of understand I was kind of flirting with her. But I heart Enneagram 5 women. They're really, really cool people. And then she said, and this is kind of my, you're in La Jolla, where I asked her where she's from. She said from Boston, obviously. She's like, well, yeah, I'm in Boston, but I also live in Australia. And I'm like, that's such a UCLA, or excuse me, that's such a La Jolla. They split their time between Australia and La Jolla, and I'm like, I'll always be an Oklahoma boy, and I'm like, we split our time between Duncan and Oklahoma City. So one reason why I love doing this travel log is I get to meet such interesting people. So today I met a woman who she's like, how did I not know? How did I not know? Anyway, if you're Enneagram 5, we love you. We love you. Just relax. You guys have a great day. Email me, americana417@gmail.com. Be nice to 5s. They're misunderstood. Got to kind of remember they have an 8. Got to be careful with them. And 8s go to 5. So anyway, I would love to come speak to your organization about the Enneagram. It's transformed so many things for me, and I love to bring the wisdom to you. And if you don't want to hire me, pay me $1 billion, just go on Amazon. There's so many people that are out there that are really bringing it. I believe that the Enneagram is one of the next spiritual tools that we're going to really embrace. And in fact, in my world, I don't think you can really have a spiritual conversation without discussing the Enneagram. And then if you really want to get hot and heavy, I don't think you can really, really have church until you study the 12 steps. And so imagine a church that, in fact, you know what I'd like to do? Let me just cut this video off, go eat some In-N-Out. Just going to start talking to you about how, man, we need to have documentaries, bring documentaries in, say the Enneagram, 12 steps. Man, that's some power. That's some power. Can you imagine if the local church operated like the 12 steps? You're like, that would be terrible. I would actually have to be vulnerable and open with my, you haven't seen church till you go to a 12-step meeting. And I'm more on the coded side, so, man, if nothing will sell you on the need for the 12 steps and the Enneagram, one of the rules of the 12 steps is you cannot give any more than $1. Like, I think 5 is the limit. I've never been to a spiritual meeting where they limited you. They're like, dude, you cannot give more than $1 here. We're not here to raise money. In fact, part of the tenets of the 12 steps is you can't own property. You really have to, if you want to study the Enneagram, you really want to study spirituality, put your Bible down, put the Enneagram down, put the 12 steps. There's some power in that trilogy, and I'd love to bring that to you. You guys have a great day. Email me americana417@gmail.com. I'm going to go get some In-N-Out. Get off here. You guys have a great day.